The naturally occurring oxygen was not accepted worldwide as the unit of atomic mass. Okay. Some scientists rejected, some scientists agreed, some problems was there. In order to get a universal unit of atomic mass, some scientists suggested carbon 12 isotope. In year 1961, carbon 12 isotope was considered as unit of atomic mass. Relative, it was used as the unit of atomic mass. Okay. And one atomic mass unit is a mass unit consisting exactly equal to 1/12th the mass of carbon isotope. Carbon 1,2 isotope. Once again, one atomic mass unit is a mass unit equal to exactly 1/12th of the mass of the atom of carbon 112. 1/12 the mass of carbon 12 isotope. Okay. And how then the atomic mass was found? The relative, not exactly, the relative, somewhat nearer atomic mass were found, somewhat nearer atomic mass were found by considering carbon 1,2 isotope as the unit of atomic number. So, for example, a fruit seller, you like watermelon. A fruit seller says, take one watermelon in your hand and says this is having 12 units. Okay. He is telling it is having 12 units, and what he does, he cut it into 12 equal parts and he find the mass of one piece. Like that, in the case of carbon 1,2 also applies. The relative atomic mass of the atom is defined as the average mass of atom as compared to 1/12th of 1 carbon 12 isotope. The relative, not the exact, the relative atomic mass of an atom of an element is defined as the average mass of the atom as compared to that of 1/12th the mass of one carbon 12 atom. So, let us study the atomic mass of a few elements. Okay, let us study. Atomic mass of a few elements. And element and the mass I will write here. This element, hydrogen. What is the atomic mass? Hydrogen, the atomic mass is 1. Then carbon, the atomic mass is 12. And Nitrogen. The atomic mass is 14. And oxygen. The atomic mass is 16. And sodium. The atomic mass is 23. And magnesium. The atomic mass is 24. Sulfur 32. Then chlorine 35.5. Then calcium 40. These are the atomic mass of few elements which we see mostly in most of the chemical reactions which we study. Okay, this is the masses. And once again going back to atomic mass. Dalton's atomic theory given a remarkable concept, and for example, first naturally 1/16 of naturally occurring oxygen was considered as the unit of atomic mass, and from 1961 carbon 112 isotope is considered as the unit of atomic. The relative mass of the atom of an element is defined as the average mass of the atom compared to 1/12 of carbon 12 isotope. So this is all I have for you today. Today I have given an account about atomic mass. We will be back with any new topic in the next class. So study it well. Sometimes I think it is repeated 2 or 3 times, because sometimes doubt may occur. So try to study it, and some important elements on there mass have been given. Okay, and just go through it and have a nice day. Thank you. Good evening, my dear students, and let's go to the science class. We were studying about atoms and molecules, and we studied about atom. We studied Dalton's atomic theory. Today we are going to study about atomic mass. Okay, mass we are knowing, atom we are knowing, and we are going to study atomic mass. So atomic mass and Dalton's atomic theory. Okay, what is the in case of atomic mass, Dalton's atomic theory helped us in determining or given some account. Let us check what is this. Dalton's atomic theory. Okay, the most remarkable concept of Dalton's atomic theory was nothing but atomic mass, the most remarkable concept of Dalton's atomic theory. The theory could explain the law of constant proportion. We already studied the law of constant proportion. Constant proportion. Okay. It could explain the law of constant proportion so well. Okay. It could explain the laws of constant proportion so well, so that the scientists were prompted to measure the atomic mass of an atom. It could explain the law of constant proportion so well, so that the scientists prompted to measure the atomic mass of an atom. Determining the atomic mass of an atom was pretty difficult. So, relative atomic mass were determined using the law of chemical combination. Law of chemical combination. We know that two laws of chemical combination. Laws of chemical combination. When determining the mass of an atom was relatively difficult, so relative atomic mass were determined using the law of chemical combination. For example, let us take carbon monoxide. Carbon monoxide, CO, that is carbon monoxide. In case of carbon monoxide, carbon and oxygen combines and carbon monoxide is formed. It was observed in a laboratory experiment. 3 gram of carbon combines with 4 gram of oxygen and carbon monoxide is formed. 3 gram of carbon is combined with 4 gram of oxygen and carbon monoxide is formed. Or we can say the carbon combines 4 by 3 times its mass of oxygen. The carbon combines 4 by 3 times that of oxygen. Okay. In the experiment, 3 gram of carbon plus 4 gram of oxygen gives CO, that is carbon monoxide. Okay. So, in other ways we can say carbon combines with 4 by 3 of oxygen to give this one. Okay. Suppose we define the atomic mass unit as equal to the mass of one carbon atom. Then we could assign carbon as, if we are assigning atomic mass as equal to one carbon atom, then we would write it as 1.OU. Okay, and that is in case of carbon, and 1.33 U in case of oxygen. You will be wondering why this U over here. Okay, we in our earlier former class we studied IUPAC. Okay, IUPAC. Okay, International Society of Applied Sciences. So it have given, now they have ordered, they have recommended to use U, this the small symbol U as undefined mass, okay. So in the case of carbon we wrote 1.0 U, then in case of oxygen we wrote 1.33 U, that is, this U means undefined mass. While searching for more units for atomic mass, scientists initially taken 1/16. Scientists initially taken 1/16 of naturally occurring oxygen as the unit. Okay, they took the naturally occurring oxygen as the unit, as the unit of atomic mass. Okay, this is because of two reasons. Let us check what are they. Oxygen react with more elements. Okay, oxygen reacts with more elements and forms compound. Okay, oxygen is reacting with more elements and forms a compound. And there is one more thing. If the atomic number is a whole number, it is easy to define. So in the case of oxygen, the atomic number in the compounds where oxygen is forming or oxygen is reacting, the atomic number or atomic mass is always a whole number. Once again we will go. While searching for a unit for atomic mass, scientists suggested or scientists taken naturally occurring oxygen. Okay, 1/16 of naturally occurring oxygen as the unit. For what? Because of two reasons. The reason because oxygen combines with more elements and compounds are formed. Then in the case of atomic mass, if we are getting a whole number, it is more convenient. So in case of oxygen, in case of compound in which oxygen is combining, it gives a whole number. That's why it is taken as the unit of atomic mass.